Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrine Google Hangout. I'm your host, Carl Albert, and you have now entered into our Hangout. And the title of this one is The Secret Relationship Between Israelites and Egyptians. Who was Dynasty 12 Pharaohs? Brother Reggie. This is a question that I got from my brother because I know he's one of the most well-studied comedics out there, Nile Valley Africans. And I've been having dialogue back and forth over the internet with him a little bit over this subject about Israel coming out in the 12th dynasty, 1445 to 7 or whatever. You know, I give a three-year gap in between there or whatever. You can go check out my video dealing with the myth and reality of Egypt, or the Exodus out of Egypt. So this is just a little trivial question for him, because for my studies I see four, right? I see four pharaohs. I'm asking their name. Actually, two carry the same name and two carry the others. So it's a second and a second and a third and a third for my studies. I would like to know exactly who it is he put in that 12th dynasty, how he come up with the chronology of the time of their reign and stuff, due to the fact that, you know, it's a period in between the time of Joseph and the time of Moses and the Pharaoh in the 12th dynasty. Or do we have Joseph in another dynasty, early dynasty or late dynasty for us, Moses? So in dealing with the scholarship and stuff, as he was stating the other day when he was on Sinetta dealing with the masters, whatever that was called, you know what I'm saying, with James Small and the other two brothers, he said their generation got to come up with a chronology. And I would agree. That's why I asked the story, the question or whatever, about how they come up with chronology. What is the syncopations that they use with different, you know, ruling classes of people, whatever, at the time, you know what I'm saying? Whoever. I'm not trying to get deep into whom they will syncopate with, but those things got to be answered. I know I got my answers and prepared for that conversation whenever it hit the table. And like I said, I was ready to put a lot of stuff on the table today, but I didn't get a chance to make it to St. Louis. You know, it just wasn't feasible. So, you know, count your losses is what I do, and prepare to fight another day and do what I need to do. But like I said, the chronology of Egypt, we know, is messed up. No one can say that it isn't. From the Manito Kings list and the linear and so on and so forth, seeing that some kings reigned at the same time. So my question for Brother Reggie is, who are the four kings or pharaohs or Nasuts, however you want to say it, that reigned in the 4th dynasty? You know what I'm saying? I mean 12th dynasty. I'm thinking of 12th dynasty. 4 kings. Do you have 4 in that dynasty, or do you have less? And what are their names? And how do you come up with the chronology? Are they is it the convenient chronology that, you know, conveniently used from the Manito, and even you know, the BC or BCE, whichever one that we come up with? So I know he's presenting some information sometime soon or later. He's going to talk about the Exodus, the time frame and stuff. And as he stated on my show, you know, David Rowe say or suggested that the Exodus won 430 years, or the time that Israel was down in there before they exited from Egypt. If you don't know, people, I did a video earlier this morning dealing with Joseph crashing the economic system of Egypt, which give us another nice little thing to look at. Because we had 7 years of plenty down there and 7 years of famine. The plenty was before the famine, and the consolidation of Egypt under, I ain't gonna say no Pharaoh name, under the Pharaoh at that time, you know what I'm saying, could be looked at when dealing with that. So the community want to talk about the Exodus, want to talk about so much of this stuff, you know, that things like this need to be talked about and vetted out too. So I'm asking any questions to you know, spark the dialogue that's needed. I want to know what people are saying, so I know in my research, am I dead on or a little bit off? And like I said, I trust the brother Reggie to answer back and deal with these things. I don't trust none of them other guys. I don't think their scholarship is up to par. I think they going off of their own imagination and off of the One West, you know, ISUPK, most definitely, seeing that that's who Sinetta put in the forefront nowadays since his fallout with the other Israelites. You know, they going off of their narrative of the story that's presented in the Bible. So got to get another voice out there, got to get some more information out there to, you know, cause people to think and really look at this situation that's put before us to deal with. So hopefully the brother, when he answer these questions, because if Joseph was under the sixth Pharaoh, who was the sixth Pharaoh of Egypt, you know what I'm saying? How many pharaohs was it? I'm gonna say six Pharaoh. If he was under the sixth Pharaoh, well then it's the sixth Pharaoh found in the 12th dynasty. Questions that need to be asked and answered. With that said, I'm gonna bounce. I'm just putting stuff on the table, people. I'm gonna come back with some more conversation, not a presentation. I'm not gonna get a presentation. I'm gonna leave that for another time. I might come through, like I said, try to hook up with some more people, whatever, and bring that presentation. You know, if it's really needed in the community, I might just wait till Reggie do his presentation and some more people come out and do their presentation. I know Mesopotamia been talked about. Sumer get talked about and dealt with too. And it's a lot of conversation out there right now. I'm doing my best to pay attention to what's being said and talked about. But worst come to worst, the secret relation, from my point of view, just deals with the real fundamental basics of most definitely the economic crash, the animosity that it brought for Joseph to you know, take all their money, take all their cattle, take their land, and bring them under servitude. And the animosity from that, and the, you know, condition that it brought about the next dynasty pharaoh coming in there, you know, wrecking shop and having a lot of hate and animosity towards the Israelites for styling on them during the time of the previous dynasty. If y'all don't believe that that's true or that's the way it is, then you haven't really did no research and you haven't read your Bible. So with that said, I'm gonna say peace. As I said, I'm gonna be back and forth all day doing this. So with that said, chucking up the deuces. I'm out. Peace.